Bow, Chappelle. You already know what it is. Your boy packing the Mac in the back of the act. Here with my brother Shirt. This is episode 3 of Fnck Rap. If you fucking with rap, you fucking with us. You heard? This is the fucking place to be. All right. This episode is brought to you by Bodega Greenville. We in South Carolina. That's coming soon. It's the best place to go for all your TACA needs. You heard? Holla at your boy. Today, me and my brother Shirt are gonna go over our backgrounds, tell you a little bit more about ourselves, how we started in this hip hop shit. We've been doing this shit for a very long time. You want me to go first, Shirt?
Yeah, we've been in hip hop a long time. Yeah. Yeah, you can go first. Yeah. Like I say, I'm bringing to Miami to fuck rap. You know, not fuck rap, but fuck rap because we fuck with rap. But yeah, my man, as you see his background, he's from up top, I'm from down the bottom, and we
You
bringing
already
both
know
worlds.
NYC all
Yeah,
motherfucking day, Brooklyn, Queens day. You already know.
yeah.
Me personally, I was born and raised Brooklyn, East New York, Glenmore and Grant. I went to high school in Queens. A lot of people say where you from is where you went to high school. You know what I mean? That's what a lot of
hmm
people say. You know what I mean? So I went to school in Queens, Richmond Hill. Shout out to Richmond Hill. And how I started fucking with hip hop and rap was my brother had linked up with these wild, crazy motherfuckers from the Lower East Side. My man Dren Star and Smooth B. And Big Bro linked up with them. They were doing a pirate radio station, WBAD 91.9 Bad Radio. It's anybody that knows NYC, y'all know that shit was history. You know what I mean, we were the first pirates in history ever to hit 3 states, you know what I mean? The tri-state, and it was just an ill experience. For me, I started it from the bottom, passing out flyers, part of the street team. They used to give me fucking book bags and book bags of fucking flyers, and my job was just going up and down to every train station, every train in New York, just walking up and down the trains, going through the doors, and giving everybody flyers. Yo, man, you like hip hop? Make sure you tune in 91.9. And it was ill because shit, we used to run that pirate radio show like if it was a real fucking radio station. We used to
hmm
sell spots, commercials, all that shit, shout outs, all that shit. Motherfuckers used to call in. And it just so happens that, the FCC frowns upon pirate radio shows, you already
Yeah.
know it costs
We got
billions
that
and
at the
billions.
bottom too. Yeah.
Yeah, it costs billions and billions of dollars for you to create a radio station. And when you fucking with pirate radio station, you could fuck with like airplanes not communicating with the
hmm
towers and hear the pirate radio station instead of hearing what they're supposed to be hearing. So the FCC frowns upon that, and I found out that if you get caught live recording, shit, you get years for that shit. You know what I mean? Fed time and shit. So
Yeah.
anyway, long story short, it was getting hot. FCC was all up on this. And Dren Star, Smooth B, my brother, they started a recording studio, uh 207 Clinton Street in the Lower East Side. Anybody that know LES remember that recording studio, Pirate Recordings, 207 Clinton Street. And bro, that's where I was a studio. Well, what do they call it? A studio rat? Studio.
Studio rap. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah.
I was a cockroach in the wall, bro. I was mad young, fucking with grown ass men, and fucking
Chewing on the
pa-
wires.
pause. But yeah, that shit sounded crazy. Anyway, I was mad young around
No,
all these older dudes, older dudes.
no, I didn't. I'm talking
around.
about the
So
studio wires, man. You know,
yeah, you're ready.
the plug-ins. Come on, man. Oh no,
So
yeah, pause.
s-
Yeah,
so
I'm
then
about that
after
pause.
that, thanks to Pirate Recording Studio, I got to work with Cuban Link. I got to see Killer Army. I got to see my man Don Pacino. Um, Shit, it was just an ill run, bro. Pirate Recordings, everybody who was anybody, underground hip hop in New York was sliding through. And then
Mm-hmm.
after Pirate Recordings, I went to school down south for a little bit, and then one day I get a call from Big Bro, and Big Bro was like, "Yo, bro, I just got a deal for a recording studio in Times Square, bro. They gave me $3 million, and it's time to work, bro. I want you to come back up top and work it, and I want you to manage this shit. I want you to be the director of operation, do the day to day." So I was with it. So I came back up top. I honestly, I don't know how the situation happened. I know there was a lot of big heavy hitters on the panel of Romeo. My man Dren Starr, my man Hiroshima, Jari, and my brother Roy P. They polyed the deal. I don't know what happened. Everybody dipped on the deal, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody just dipped, and it ended up just falling on me and my brother, you know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
I guess it was just God being at the right place at the right time, and um it was just I really I don't know what happened, but I remember I used to get a little tight at Dren, because when Dren used to come by, he was like, "Yeah, this is the house that Dren built," and I'd be like, "Nigga, you ain't doing shit over here." But yo, Dren
Yeah.
is the fucking man, you know what I mean? And thanks to Dren Starr, bro, and Roy P, fucking Romeo Entertainment became a thing, and it was on 51st and Broadway. It was a get invited studio. You couldn't come in and you couldn't book studio time. You needed to be official tissue, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So shit, I got to work with reggaeton artists. I got to work with Dipset. I got to put out projects. I ended up I was A&R of a album that we did with Jin the MC called I Promise. I ended up being the A&R on that project, and then we did a lot of shit with J.R. Ryder. Then my name came up on New Gunner in Town, Hell Rel, as the engineer for that project. Me and Saga Legend. Um, just a lot of fucking music, bro. A lot of ill producers. I was doing shit from fucking with dudes from London, music, the craziest rappers from London. I had rappers from Japan come through and chop it up, you know what I'm saying? And I got to meet a whole lot of dope ass fucking people, bro. It was just being at the right place at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
And, God is great. And one day, um, a situation happened that, I dipped. I was like, yo, my brother, you know what I mean? We got an ill run right now, but I got to work on my own shit. So I ended up going
Mm-hmm.
back down south, and during that, there was a thing called X102 was doing a DJ Idol thing, like it was like a American Idol thing, but for radio. So bro, whenever something tells you don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, that's the fucking devil. Just go ahead and do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because one day I'm hearing, yo, they got these tryouts for DJ Idol, blah blah blah, and you come out and whatever, and everything in my body was like, bro, don't even waste your time going out there. Don't even waste your
Mm-hmm.
time. Just stay, just do your thing. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna thug it out and go. When I went to the when I went, it was Mark McCrazy. He was doing the morning show in West Palm Beach on X1023, and it was a lot of people there, bro. It was like a room of 150 people, and one by one, it took hours. They gave us a sheet of paper and they were like, "Yo, read it, and then read read it, and then we're gonna pick whoever's the best, and the top five. We're gonna have the audience. You guys are gonna be guest VJs on the radio, and then we're gonna have all our listeners pick the winner." So, bro, I'm gonna keep it real. So, so I went, and everybody was reading the fucking same commercial. It was I even forgot what commercial it was, and everybody was reading the commercial word for word, word for word. So, I honestly, I went like second to last, or last even. Everybody went, but everybody read that commercial word for word. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was
Mm-hmm.
sounded the same. So I'm like, yo, you know what? let me chop this shit up. And I just wrote, I turned the paper around that they gave me, and I just wrote the bullet points of everything that commercial was trying to say. The address of the business name, and what the business was offering, 20% off or whatever. You know what I mean? That's all I wrote, those 3 lines. And
Mm-hmm.
I went into the booth and I spazzed out. I was like, yeah, you already know what it is. Your boy Six Pack, the super heavyweight, extra overweight, Latin lover, quite like no other ladies. One touch of the tongue, make you melt like butter. You dig skis. It is what it is. It be what it be. And yo, thank the honor,
You was
glory
on one.
God. Thank the honor, glory God. I blew everybody out the water. When they heard that, everybody's face
Mm-hmm.
was like, oh shit. Long story short, I ended up being one of the 5 finalists for the DJ Idol shit. And then
Mm-hmm.
bro, I'm a fucking scammer for life. Yo, I remember doing crazy shit. And then they put, oh, pick who you want to win. You just go to the website, you get 1 vote a day.
Yeah.
Whoever gets the most votes win. Bro, my brother, I've been a fucking slime my whole life. I went home
Mm-hmm.
and I would vote, go into my settings, delete the cookies, vote again. Go to my
Yeah.
settings, delete the cookies, and vote again.
Uh-huh.
Delete the setting. Yo, I remember fucking Johnny Promo, that he was in charge of the other thing. Johnny Promo was like, yo, bro, you blew everybody else out the water. You was like 96% of the votes were for you. When niggas don't know that 96% of those votes was me. Just
Were you? Yeah.
was
That ain't
me. And
slime. That's innovative. That's what you do. I mean, listen.
bro, I figured it out. I made it
Mm-hmm.
happen. Made it
I
happen
mean,
from nothing. And
you have to make it happen. I mean, who's gonna make it happen if you don't make it happen?
make it happen. Long story short,
Mm-hmm.
they fucking they I won the shit. I started going to school. They gave me a
Mm-hmm.
scholarship to go to school for broadcasting. I started going to school, and then and then they had they would do in Palm Beach, they would do the BET Spring Bling back in the day. BET Spring Bling. And
Yeah.
there was 2 stages, BET Spring Bling. There was one stage where the stage was. There was one section, pardon me. There was 2 sections. There's one
Mm-hmm.
section where the stage was, the lights, the camera, action, look crazy. And then they have a whole other section on the beach that was for the vendors, like the food, the
Yeah.
bathrooms.
What year was this?
Bro, it had to be 2001.
Oh, okay. Because we was there 2008. Okay.
Yeah, it had to
Mm-hmm.
be like 2001. And and it was lit, bro. And everybody that was on the radio that was already had a job with them. I was only an intern because they were paying for me to go to school, and they had me working as an intern.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody that had a job at the radio station, they wanted to be in front of the cameras, in front of the
Yeah.
stage. They wanted to see everybody. They wanted everybody to see them. So
Mm-hmm.
they left me alone at the booth with the X1023 booth. And I remember, bro, that they had X102 t-shirts, but they were all small, bro. They were all small, and
Mm-hmm.
my fat ass didn't fit in them. So
Yeah.
so I went to West Palm, and I went to the swap shop, and I was like, yo, you remember back then they had the spray can t-shirts that said, niggas,
Yeah.
that
The
was the sweat,
airbrush. The
the
airbrush.
airbrush shit. So yeah,
Yeah.
I had one of them big ass tees made that said
Uh,
X1023 with the logo and everything, and then I put 6-pack on the back. And you know,
yeah.
I was a fucking walking billboard. I was big as fuck, you know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
still big, but I was bigger then, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But so I had an X102 t-shirt. I'm in the booth in the section with all the food and the vendors, and
Mm-hmm.
these motherfuckers leave me with a big ass speaker and a microphone, and they give me 2 Lil Wayne backstage passes to meet Lil Wayne
Mm-hmm.
at a party he was throwing that night. Bruh. So all of a sudden, motherfuckers they stopped production on the other side of the set, and they were like, yo, there's no way all these people are going to the bathroom and eating at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on? So, yo, I cost BET a lot of money that year because they had to stop production and they had to go figure out where all the people went. Bro, when they come to the other side where the vendors was, bro, I was hosting a booty shaking contest for those fucking backstage passes.
Yeah, you.
Yeah. So I had 20 bitches and I'm like, yo, shake that booty, booty, shake that booty, booty. And I'm like, yo, make some noise for contestant number one. Make some noise for contestant number two. And whoever made the most fucking noise, that's who
Yeah,
won the tickets. Long story short, because I was fucking wilding out and had the crowd hype, the lady
mm-hmm.
from BT was like, yo, do you want to host a freestyle contest this year?
Yeah,
And I was like, all right, fuck it. Why not? You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
I'll host a freestyle contest. Let's do it. And then when the program director, Mark McCrazy, came, he saw me holding the mic in front of the BT cameras. And the motherfucker's like, yo, what's going on here? Like, you
Mm-hmm.
know, I got actual VJs that could do this for you. And she was like, hell no, yo, what time is Six Pack show? That motherfucker is hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm definitely tuning into that motherfucker. And Martin Crazy tells her Six Pack's just one of my interns. And I don't know, bro. That lady was like, what? Oh, it's
So he was
over.
hating.
He was like, yo, Six Pack is just one of my interns. And she goes, what? Oh, it's over. The lady from BET, oh, it's over. I'm taking him back to New York with me. He's working
Oh,
for
okay.
BET.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she told him. And I
Yeah.
don't know. And I don't know if it was true or not. All I know is that, yo, the next day they called me into the office. I thought I was in trouble at the radio station.
Mm-hmm.
And yo, they fucking lucked out, bro. They were like, yo, I was supposed to only be an intern. And then they let me rock out on the radio from 2 to 5 with Eddie Santiago in the
In West
afternoon
Palm
drive
Beach, right?
time. Yeah, in
In
West
West
Palm
Palm
Beach,
Beach.
X
Okay.
1023.
Mm-hmm.
And I started doing that, and that's how I got into radio, bro. I got
Mm-hmm.
into radio doing that shit. Then I came back to and then I went back to New York after a couple years
Mm-hmm.
and started rocking out. After that, I started a company in New York called Triple M Entertainment. I had two artists. I started the company with Willie Benz, and we had an artist called Letra Music. Fucking dope ass artist, bro. Dope fucking artist, bro. He comes from a place called Roatan, Honduras,
What is
where
it called? It's
Ro-
where? In
Roatan
Honduras?
in Honduras. It's an island
Mm-hmm.
off of the mainland. That if you go over there, the motherfucking Spanish people speak Spanish, but like Jamaicans speak English, like patois. They
Oh,
have
okay. They
they
got their
they
own dialect.
they got their own. They definitely got their own dialect, but when they speak
Mm-hmm.
Spanish, they sound like Spanish Jamaicans. You know what I mean? That shit is
Okay.
fucking fire. So I started doing like reggae music, Latin dance hall with him,
Mm-hmm.
and bro, we were taking off. We were taking off. We were about to pop, bro. We had a deal on the table, and my man ended up getting fucking locked up, bro. And I was fucking young and dumb, and I never asked that nigga if he was legal. You know what I'm saying?
He got deported?
Bro, that motherfucker did a bid and then got deported, bro.
Damn.
And it was just
They
like
lost me.
it was a fucking blow to the team because when I tell you we had a movement, bro, that Triple M Entertainment movement, Triple
Mm-hmm.
M money making machine, that shit was a fucking movement. And phew, we had mad motherfuckers. Everybody knew we were gonna pop, bro. So, I guess we weren't ready for it. God knows what he do, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's all good, bro. After that, I started working real close with my man Willie Benz. Willie Benz came out with some ill fucking records. I'm still doing shit with like J.R. Ryder, fucking in the studio with Cassidy, Fred Money, the young fellas. And then I've recently after that, a couple years ago, I started a company called YBMF, your baby mama's favorite.
Mm-hmm.
So on the YBMF, I put out one project, which was my personal, it was a collab of producers and artists that I fuck with. So what I did is I did a whole album with a
All based in New York, right?
yeah, all based in New York, a whole
Hmm.
album, but every song was half English and half Spanish. It was like a Spanglish
Hmm.
album, you know what I'm saying? So I would put Spanish artists together with with English artists, and yo, it was just a dope project. It was ahead of time, bro. And it was just an ill run, bro. I've had an ill run. Now I'm into writing screenplays, writing movies. I try to surround myself with positive creative motherfuckers around me, you know what I'm saying? So that's the wave I'm on right now. And shit, I'm ready to rock out, bro. Well, that's six pack story, like a little fucking drive by quick version of six pack music, house six pack music. And you know, shout out to Dipset, shout out to Bang Out Music, shout out to yo, everybody, bro. Cause when we have Romeo, bro,
Hmm.
shit, we had everybody come through there, bro. Shout out to J. Cole. That's where J. Cole recorded his first demo. And his name wasn't even J. Cole back then. His name was fucking Therapist. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
Like
fucking
therapist or therapist, like pissed
no,
off,
no, no, like therapist, like
like
I need a
therapist.
yeah, like therapy. Yeah, therapist.
That's what he was. That's when he was at St. John's, right?
Yeah, that's when he was go to school in St. John's. And I
So I think
always thought he was
he was
hilarious,
going to
J. Cole.
school for that. Yeah.
Yeah, he was always a little like backpacker. Like
Hmm.
he would come to the studio. It could be snowing outside. The motherfucker would come to the studio in basketball shorts and a North Face, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I
Oh,
mean?
up top, cold, down bottom, not so much. I
Yeah, you
mean,
know what I'm
that's the
saying?
South thing. That's the South thing, though. You know, they
That's
say, "What's wrong? Your legs don't get cold?" No, my legs don't get cold.
yeah,
Just the
that's
top.
Carolinas, right? That's where he's from.
Hmm.
He's from the Carolina.
Yeah, yeah, North Carolina.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so it was a ill run, bro. I got to meet a lot of fucking people, bro. I got to be on a lot of huge projects. Shout out to fucking Cameron. I recorded one of my favorite moments was recording that Jay-Z disc that Max B and Cameron made.
Which one? You talking about the Camel, the
Yeah.
Joey Camel? That one?
The Joe Camel, you can't be the king of New
Yeah.
York rocking chancletas.
Who Chuck
Yeah.
that? That's
That's
what is
what he
what's.
says. Cameron be like, nigga, you can't, because they had a photo shoot of Jay Z in like a white linen outfit on the
Mhm.
beach, rocking
Yeah.
slippers, chancletas. You know what I mean?
Oh, Chuck House. Oh.
Yeah, he's like, nigga, you can't be the king of New York rocking chancletas. You know what I mean? Fucking calling him Joe Camel and shit. And then I got to work with a lot of motherfuckers. Shout out to Fab, bro.
Hmm.
We had a record with Alfonso Hunter and Fabulous called "Don't Stop," and it charted on billboards, bro. It was just a fucking ill run, bro. Um, I'm ill, Red Cafe, and Fabulous. I'm
Yeah, I remember
ill,
Red Cafe. What happened to
ill.
him?
He's still
Red
popping.
Cafe was, huh?
Red Cafe still popping in New York. He got a club on Steinway. I believe it's on
Yeah.
Steinway. Yeah, on Steinway called Privilege or some shit like that, or
Yeah,
some shit
Red
like.
Cafe in my little era, he was popping though. I mean, what era was that? What year? Like 98, 99?
96 to 99. Yeah,
Like
96 to
yeah,
99.
96, 99. Yeah, Red Cafe was really was in the mix. He was in the mix.
So yeah, Red Cafe still popping. He got a
Uh,
spot. He got a little like nightclub in Queens. But yeah, he's always been popping, bro. But anyway, that was me. That was a nice little run.
okay.
I'm still on a run, bro. God is great,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, you're on the run. Now you finna start stride. Now you're in stride.
Hell yeah,
You know that second win.
I feel like I've lived 10 lives already, bro, from all the shit I've done, bro, from fucking
Yeah, we're discussing them 10 lives and them 10 different six packs and how they would interact with each other. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
and it was different eras, you know what I mean? God humbled me a lot.
Hmm.
And it was just a run, bro. But anyway, that's how I got into hip hop, bro. That's I started My name is on like 3 million records sold, and a multi-platinum producer. It is what it is.
Yeah, you definitely got credits because yeah, I heard yeah, with Cuban Links and them guys, you know what I'm saying, you got your name ringing in the streets in New York, you know.
Absolutely, Terror Squad, my Terror
Yeah.
Squad days, and fucking
Hmm.
rocking, being able. Yo, I remember the last Puerto Rican Day parade I went to had to be like 1997, and I would they
What?
had, yeah, like that's the last Puerto Rican, and Pun was
That
alive.
was that was the Puerto Rican Day Parade.
Yeah, bro, Pun was still alive.
Hmm.
I came out on the float. I was actually around the float with a Terror Squad shirt, like doing
Hmm.
security for the float.
Yeah.
And it was an ill run, bro. Shit, I love Pun. Pun was the illest motherfucker. I got Pun stories. I got studio stories like Wet Dreams, bro. Shout out to my OGs, my big bros.
Oh,
Forever,
since y'all
forever.
started that Paul shit.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Shout out to my big bros, fucking Dren Star, Smooth B, Roy P.
Don't forget
Um,
about your homeboy, the Latino.
oh nah, like yeah, Joey Crack, Joey Crack. I really ain't. After that happened with Cuban, where Cuban got cut in the face at Jimmy's Bronx Cafe, bro. It was just a whack situation. I was in Miami at the Winter Haven Hotel when Ja Rule threw his birthday party in Star Island, and the Baker Boys were in the morning show, and
Yeah, I remember
fucking
the Baker Boys was down there for a minute. Yeah,
yeah, and
that was in
fucking
Miami for a minute. Yeah.
yeah. So Cuban Link went to the Baker Boy show in the morning, and he goes, "Yo, I heard Fat Ho is in town." Yo, he goes, "Yo, I'm
What?
staying." He goes live on the air. He goes, "Yo, I heard Fat Ho is in town. Yo, I'm staying in the Winter Haven Hotel. If you want something, come holler." Bro, we threw a show that night with fucking we had a show with Trick Daddy at Club 112 when Pops used to own Club 112. You remember Pops? Yeah, hell yeah. That's Miami legend right there, bro.
Remember I pop? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so we did a show at Club 112, and yo, it was an ill show. And then after that shit, fucking we went back to the hotel, Winter Haven Hotel, and we chilling in the front, and fucking a whole bunch of trucks pull up. Boom, boom. And it's fucking Khaled and a whole bunch of Terror Squad niggas and Fat Joe. Yo, the Don is here. The Don is
Hmm.
here. And fucking Cuban Link was like a
You sound
fucking
like
Yo, Cuban Link was like a fucking pit bull when he saw
uh
that motherfucker. He was on attack mode. And he ran and they shot the five right on the beach. Everybody was there, bro. Motherfuckers throwing marble tables. Khaled's car got fucked up. They threw a big ass marble table on his car. Niggas is fighting. Yo, everybody was just throwing blows. Yo, cops came in, had to break everything up. One of them situations, one of the bitches that came after the club, I threw her in my lap and I just start kissing her on the steps of the fucking on the steps of the fucking hotel.
you sound like me on the road. In the middle of the mayhem, you mayheming. You go ham in the middle of the mayhem. Yeah, that sounds about right.
The cops are asking me, yo, did you have anything to do with this? I'm like, yo, my man, you don't see I'm busy right now, bro? Fuck off.
Yeah. That sound like me with the wheelchair on the Prevo bus, on the tour bus. When the cops came in Memphis and they talking about everybody get off the bus, I told them I can't get off the bus. They were looking for God. I said my wheelchair is under the bus. I'm a paraplegic. I can't move.
Bro, no,
I
that's
said I
hilarious.
can't get off. I said I can't get off the bus.
Can't feel my legs, motherfucker. I can't get off the
My
bus.
leg. I, wa-
I got no legs.
I got no legs. You can search there, leave me alone. I'm disabled, bitch. He was some racist ass Memphis cop. But go ahead, man. Yeah.
Yeah, but nah, yeah,
That-
it was just ill run, man. Shout out to Cuban, yo, that motherfucker's album 24 Karat Gold went platinum in the streets, bro. And
yeah.
I saw firsthand how Fat Joe and a lot of these motherfuckers be blackballing motherfuckers. You know what I mean? And it sucks because now 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 these niggas got a platform like Drink Champs
Mm-hmm.
and they not telling the whole story, bro. Like a lot of times I heard DJ EFN bring up Cuban Link with Pitbull while Nori was in the bathroom, and
Yeah.
he shuts that shit down whenever he hears Cuban Link.
Uh-huh.
He shuts that shit down, and I'm like, yo,
Who Nori does?
yeah, yeah, Nori does,
Mm.
bro. Bro, Nori is so disappointing because I get it, bro, but you say you love Pun, and you say Pun was your first rap friend,
Yeah.
nigga. Cuban was Pun's best friend, and that's automatic, nigga. When you love a nigga, you gotta love the niggas that they love. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And bro, you chose that was whack. You shouldn't have. You should have. A lot of niggas should have stayed neutral. You know what I'm saying? I remember fucking Fat Joe saying that fucking that he had to fly out to Puerto Rico because niggas had Khaled under pressure, bro. That shit. Let me tell you about that shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It was the hip hop power summit in Puerto Rico, bro. And my niggas ain't had we ain't had no. It was my brother Dren Star, my man B went out there, Jay Uno was out there, Cuban was out there, and niggas ain't have no passes, right? Niggas ain't had no passes to go to the Power Summit. Nigga
Mm-hmm.
Dren Star went to Kinko's, got lanyards, and made his own fucking passes.
Yeah.
Yo, motherfuckers were walking in, and they look better than the fucking original ones. So, nigga, they let them in, and people are looking like, yo, I know these niggas ain't had passes.
Yeah. But you gotta be a scribe out here. You have to do scribe work. I mean, in this industry, you got to do scribe work as well.
Gotta
You
be
know,
slime, bro. Yo, so
you got to.
anyway,
Mm-hmm.
and then fucking they went cute.
Fake payroll receipts, all that. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. So yo, so everybody is like in like a parking lot, Dipset over here, the locks over here, fucking Queens niggas on this side, and Cuban sees Khaled, and Cuban goes up to Khaled like, yo, what's up, my nigga? You know what I'm saying? But not on some tough guy shit. He was his boy, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes to give him a dap, and Khaled goes, nah, bro, I'm loyal to the Don. And Cuban looks at him like, nigga, what you say to me? He's like, yo, Cuban, I'm sorry. And Cuban's like, yo, nigga, I used to stay on your fucking couch, nigga. You used to stay in my couch when you came to New York. You know what I'm saying? Like we supposed to be fam. You know what I'm saying? Like we stayed up playing video games and shit. Like, and you saying that you choosing sides, just like he was supposed to stay neutral. You know what I mean? And he goes, yo, I'm loyal to the Don. And at that point, my man Dren had a whole bunch of CDs, burnt CDs of Broken Chains. That was the name of the album they did. It was executive produced by my brother, and it was Cuban Link, and Dren Star hosted it because he was a DJ. And right then and there, Dren Star drops a bag of CDs, and it sounds like a big slap. Flat, you know how CDs sound when they fall on the floor. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
And fucking when that happened, Alec flinching, he goes, ah, no, no.
What? What? You thought he was shot? You thought it was over with?
He thought he got snuffed, bro. And
Oh.
that's when a lot of industry people called Fat Joe, and they were like, yo, these motherfuckers out here punking your mans, bro. And that's when fucking Joe finally got on the plane because Joe was always been afraid of flying. He would go
Mm-hmm.
from that nigga went from New York to Cancun for fucking MTV fucking the spring MTV Spring Break.
Not drove. He didn't drive. He drove on Route 60. Route
He wrote
66.
he wrote from fucking New York to Mexico because he was always afraid of fucking flying.
Mm.
But, yeah, I mean, it was an ill run, bro. It was an ill run. I've been around some crazy shit. We've done some crazy shit in the studio. Like, yeah, it was just ill, 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 bro. But yeah, let's get back to it, bro.
Yeah, man. The studio, being a studio rat. I mean, going from a consumer to behind the scenes is actually it's a short step, but it's a long run. You know what I mean? It's a long way because you see some things behind the scenes that's
And I'm gonna keep it real,
that's eye
bro.
opening. Yeah.
I
Hmm.
I ain't start I ain't start fucking carrying guns till I was in the music industry. That's a fact,
Yeah,
bro.
that's true. You know what? I was never. Dog, I'm gonna tell you a secret right now. I've never owned a gun. I've been around guns. I never owned a gun. But when I got in the industry, because I was the only one probably on the team that didn't have a felony, I was in charge of the firearms because nobody else could get caught with the guns. You know what I mean? So I don't have to go in the woods and hide the firearm in the woods. You know what I'm saying? Know where it is. And stuff like that. The 45. One time we left the whole 45 in Baltimore in the Baltimore hotel room. Went to DC for a show. Forgot my brother. He's forgetful because he's always on the cocaine. So we had to drive all the way back to Baltimore, and you know they love their guns in Baltimore. For a 45, we got there, and we knew the maid lied, talking about she didn't find anything. Of course, she found it, probably took it to the hood, sold it. But that could have been like devastating if we would have, you know what I'm saying? Because his name was on the room, the artist's name was on the room. And if the police would have got involved and found the 45 in there and tracked it to us, the good thing she did steal it. You know what I mean? But yeah, we left a whole gun in the city. Had to go back and get it, and didn't get it, and had to go back to the show. But I'm gonna go back. Let's start this. I'm just gonna tell you my origin story. You know how the hero has his origin story. How Wolverine got started. I'm gonna show you how Shirt got started. Well, basically, like I said, you from the top. I'm from the bottom, Miami. So my grandfather used to be in a band. You know what I'm saying, in the old blues band. He was on the chit when I first learned about the chitlin circuit. I learned it from my grandfather. He was in a band. He used to open up for James Brown back in the '60s.
Sheesh.
You know what I mean? Just the front
That's
band.
epic, bro. That's epic.
Yeah, he never drank. Everybody on the road drank. That's why he got the nickname Milk. Every time you go to the bar and order something, he would order milk. So his nickname was Milk. You know what I mean? So our homework was that we had to know music. So when we in elementary school, we'd come home from school. Instead of doing our homework first, our first priority was to sit down and listen to music. Bobby Blue Bland, all the old school artists, James Brown, all Sam Cooke. You had to listen to music first because we had a music room. Well, fuck homework. It's this music is first. Music is life. And then go from there. Then going around, my mom was in the military, so I went to at least about 4 different high schools. Like you say, when you know where you're from where high school you went to. Yeah, I'm from everywhere. You know what I mean? So I learned. I was introduced in hip hop in Baltimore, Maryland, which is where I went to middle school. I went from Miami all the way to Maryland, and my first album was like I said, my first album was Run DMC, My Adidas. You know what I'm saying? We used to go on little trips to the city from Baltimore. Because you know the DMV area is Baltimore, DC, and Virginia. That's the DMV.
Mhm.
So we used to go to DC to go shop. So we go there. I said, Mom, I want this album because I was always in love with graphics. That's why I'm an artist today. You see my little logos and everything. So I saw the Run DMC. I said, I want that. So she said, okay, we got it. So I took it home. This is my first record. She had her records, but I didn't know I was being introduced to hip hop when she was playing Gil Scott Heron. Um, the revolution would not be televised.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when I got my first album, Run DMC, I'm like, my Adidas, and then I got introduced after that straight to Lottie Dottie, Slick Rick. You know what I'm saying? New York rap, Slick Rick, Dougie Fresh, Cool G Rap,
Ooh,
Rakim.
cool
That's why
G.
I learned. That's where I got all my hip hop from. Rakim. When I was in middle school in Baltimore, Maryland, um, Rakim. First it was DMC, then Lottie Dottie, then Rakim, then Cool G Rap. So I was on the ground floor of hip hop. You know
Bro,
what I'm saying?
that's epic. Those are the fucking that's the
That's
Mount
the pillar.
Rushmore of hip hop.
Yeah, that's what hip hop is standing on. So that's how I came in the game, just listening to that and having that music background, having that music as a foundation. So fast forward, I moved back down to Miami, like moving around, going to different high school, middle school there, go back to Tampa, go to middle school there for a summer, go back to Miami, go to high school. So now I'm down here with Two Live Crew.
Oof,
So I done went from
oof.
old school, now I went from old school rap. I'm down in the bottom, but get right in the damn beach with Two Live Crew. You know what I'm saying? Listening to throw that D, throw that D, and all the Jam Pony DJs and this and that, and the whole hip hop scene out there of him doing the Supreme Court hearing, getting the stickers on the album. That was epic. You know what I'm saying? Him fighting the Broward County Sheriff Office, and going to the Supreme Court to get that explicit advisory sticker. Dog, that's epic. That's
That
that's 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 hip hop history.
that changed the game.
That changed the whole game.
That changed every genre of music. That
Hmm.
hit everywhere, bro, around the world, bro.
Around the world, that sticker right there changed the whole game. And you gotta attribute that to Tulaku, to Miami. And then while I'm in the midst of that, um, what came out of that? Then came the Atlanta scene. The Atlanta scene.
Atlanta's crazy.
Atlanta's crazy. Then come the Atlanta scene. So I go from that, then go in my formative years, you know what I'm saying, working, having kids. You know how it is. You know what I'm saying, after high school, well, then you in the real world now. Now you're fucking, you know what I'm saying, you're meeting women, you're having kids, you're growing, you're doing your thing. But music is still there. So now in the midst of that, having babies and this and that, then I say, okay, I get a call to come to Atlanta to work with Def Jam as a videographer with Rocky Road, who Future was in his infancy years, you know what I'm saying, as far as being a rap artist. You know what I'm saying? He with the Dungeon family, but Rocco, which was Rocky Road Records, you know what I'm saying? He bought Future and signed him first. So I come up there because we affiliated, and he said, I want you to come up here, move up here. I'm in the middle of down here with Attica Records as like a you know what I'm saying, as like a president. It's just a little label. It wasn't nothing like Rocky Road. So he said, come up to Atlanta. So that's when I get thrust into the behind the scenes of the hip hop industry. That means in the studios all night, on the bus every weekend, every day. So we get off the bus, go straight to the studio. Leave the studio, go straight on the road. So we in Jackson, Mississippi, Houston, Louisiana, Philadelphia, Detroit, Chicago. So we on the road every week on that bus. You know what I'm saying? And the only phone call, only time I get to call my girl is I left her in Miami, so I'm calling her every time I hit the studio. I'm in the studio, we writing, we doing whatever in the studio. Then we hit the road. You know what I'm saying? Then we doing street, the street team thing. Get the CDs, go to every hood on the East Coast and pass out CDs in the hood you ain't never been before, but every hood is the hood. You know what I'm saying? These niggas don't know you. You know what I'm saying? You just a nigga just like out of town and you up here talking about here, take the CD, take the CD. Basically, they using the CD. You know what I'm saying? If you don't entrench yourself as, if you ain't no authentic hood nigga, if you're a poop butt or whatever, they gonna see that. They gonna see that
They're
you,
gonna
you,
eat you
you
alive.
they gonna eat you alive. So you can't be going to different hoods. Then no, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be thorough. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
absolutely.
You gotta be thorough because you in North Carolina in the hood, then you leave that hood, go straight to Jackson, Mississippi in another hood, then go to Louisiana in another hood. So you in the hood, and then you got to speak these different languages, these different dialects. You got to adapt. and then you passing out CDs to strangers and you butt naked, they can up on you anytime they want to. Cause they think you got it because you were a rap band. They think you got it, but you don't got it. They don't understand the road is dog. On the street team, you ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? You up here trying to generate a
Or for the
buzz.
CDs and
Yeah, you
make
trying
money
to
off of
generate a
your
buzz. So you
yeah.
can come back for the show. You know what I'm saying? So we come back for the show, man. We come back, and you know the girls they've run over. They're like, okay, they just want to be with the guy in the band. They don't care if you pass it out the CD, whatever. They want to get backstage. So being a videographer, being a videographer, you see everything because you behind the scenes, you behind the camera, you the eyeballs. I'm the eyeballs of the tour. So by me having all these stories, this is the perfect avenue for us to tell the audience about these stories that goes on in hip hop, why we fuck with rap and why fuck rap, and all the stories that we're getting ready to get into. Basically, that's my backstory. Yes, being a studio rat.
Bro.
Yeah,
So there
let's
you
get it.
go. That's the origin story for fucking Shirt. And you heard a little fucking intro of how Six Pack got started. You know what I mean? That was a good fucking episode, my nigga. We're gonna leave that shit right
Yeah,
there.
yeah, that was very good. Yeah. So
This gonna be the origin story, you know what I mean?
yeah,
And
this is the
yo,
origin episode. So you know who we are. So next you're gonna hear what we got going on and what we're gonna bring to you and entertain you thoroughly.
make sure you go to fucking Barnes and Nobles and type in Dwight Miller so you can see all the books my man got out there. Show some love, support. Make sure you cop some shit. He got some ill ass merch. So yo, you already know, man. Thank
Yeah,
you for
go to
tuning in.
DwightMillerBooks.com. You're gonna get the merch. You can go to Barnes and Noble, Dwight Miller Jr., type it in. Um, cop some reading material, cop the books, and most of this stuff is gonna be like we said. We're doing screenplays. We're gonna be doing movies. You're gonna see us on the big screen very very soon because we
That's
already
right.
got everything is written already. We just feel go ahead and start filming. We starting filming soon, right? Right, Six?
Absolutely. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
we're filming soon, so you guys get
We're gonna
ready.
start doing episodes. I got a situation going on right now, so
Hmm.
we can get the shit out on dope ass platforms.
Yeah,
So yeah, just tune
and we're
in. We got some
sponsored by,
shit.
like you say, Bodega and Village Genius. You see the logo, VG, Village Genius, and Bodega.
That's right. You already know, guys. Thank you for tuning in. We're gonna hit you on the flip side. Holla at your boy, packing the Mac. My man shirt. Peace.
Peace.